Welcome to this episode of the Tokenizer series of the Token Reg Radar interviews, this time with a legal expert from Japan. But first, a few words about the Token Reg Radar. The Token Reg Radar is a global radar constantly collecting regulatory news about the token economy and the space of asset tokenization and security tokens. The Token Reg Radar is a SaaS service for lawyers, issuance companies, exchanges, and companies running STOs. To learn more and to subscribe to the Token Reg Radar, please click the link in the description below. Today, I'm pleased to welcome So Saito, who is a founding partner of So Sato law firm in Tokyo. And the topic of today's interview will be the regulatory status of the token economy in Japan. So welcome. It's good to have you here. So my first question will be, Japan is one of the leading countries in the world on token regulation, but why is that? And what is the story behind this position? Could you please start out by giving us some background information on these things?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for interviewing. Japan enacted the world's first crypto law in 2016, and the law became effective in 2017. The reason why Japan enacted the first crypto law in the world was that there was a hacking case in Japan, Mt. Gox case. Mt. Gox was largest exchange, the largest exchange in the world, and was based in Shibuya, Tokyo. The incident happened in 2014. After that, Japanese government thought about how to handle Bitcoin and crypto, and at that time, because the industry was small and investors of Mt. Gox did not want to regulate the crypto industry, Japan decided to support crypto, and the law of 2017 was a friendly one to crypto. Crypto exchange was required to take a license, but to take a license was not so difficult, and the regulation was not so harsh, and 10 or 20 or something like that took exchange license in 2017. But after 2017, in 2018, there was another hacking incident in Japan. One of the largest exchanges in Japan, named CoinCheck, was hacked in 2018. In 2017, there was a kind of ICO boom and crypto price rises. So trading volume of crypto became quite high, and on television there was quite a lot of commercial advertisements or something like that. So and if I go to bar or something like that, everyone talked about crypto and crypto price or something like that. In that situation, CoinCheck was hacked, and it became a huge problem in Japan. In the time of Mt. Gox hacking, it did not become a big issue, but in the time of CoinCheck incident, CoinCheck hacking, the incident became a social problem. So Japanese attitude of Japanese government changed drastically, and the Japanese government decided to regulate exchanges strictly. So how analysis of law became changed, and the Japanese government decided to amend crypto law and required more burden. And exchanges which had operated at that time received investigations or orders from the government. So in 2019, strict amended crypto law was enacted, and the amended law became effective in 2019. So in 2018, 2019, and 2020 or something like that, it has been a winter period of crypto world in Japan. But in 2021 and 22, the attitude of Japanese government became, little bit changed. Attitude because little bit, looser, because there hadn't been big hacking incidents, and the boom of NFT occurred, and the term Web3 evolved, and currently the Japanese government is a kind of supportive to Web3, and the Japanese government would like to boost Web3 industry in Japan. That's the current situation. So there are some some events which had affected attitude of Japanese governments and regulations.
Yeah. So there's already a long history, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. And we all remember the ICO craziness, as you talked about also some years ago. One of the areas that I'm particularly interested in is asset tokenization and security tokens. And as far as I can see, they are particularly defined in Japan, and they are not a part of what you call crypto assets, but they are investment tokens, right?
Yeah. In 2000. In 2018, when Japanese government amended the crypto law, the Japanese government also amended financial instrument and exchange law. It's a kind of security law, and defined the term STO, security, and the term security token. And the security token is kind of crypto asset which has dividends or more than 100% principal distribution. And security tokens, regulation security tokens are similar to regulations of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, etc.
Yeah.
So regulation of crypto and regulation of security tokens are different, and I think Japan is maybe one of the fastest country in the world which defined security tokens, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah. And as I understand it, it is possible today to participate in a security token offering an STO in Japan, even if you are a retail investor. Is that
yes,
right?
it's possible. Yes, it's possible. Actually, there have been some cases which target retail investors. In security token offering.
And has some of these cases been successful, completed STOs?
Yes, yeah, they were successful and completed, and volume of talk offering was not so big,
No.
but appetite of investors were huge, and so
Okay.
yeah, I think every security talk offering was successful, I think.
Okay. Okay. So do you see that as a beginning of a bigger trend that this will continue to develop further in the coming years as we go?
Yes, I think yes.
Yeah.
Security token, it's not so huge boom.
No.
Not different from NFT or something like that.
No.
But security token has made steady progress.
Yeah.
So I know some more companies want to issue security tokens, and so this year and next year, or I think my STOs will be evolved.
Okay, that's interesting. If we go back a little bit and talk about what you are actually doing and what your company is doing, could you tell us a little a bit about that? What are you focusing on in So and Sato, your company, and what kind of clients come to you and ask for help in this new industry space?
Okay, I'm a lawyer who is based in Tokyo, admitted in Japanese Bar Association and New York Bar Association, and I have specialized in Web3 industry since 2013 or something like that. And my firm have 8 lawyers, and half of them specialize in crypto, and half of them specialize in fund and startups. And our clients, my clients, most of my clients are Web3 startups.
Okay.
60% of them are Japanese companies, and 40% of them are foreign companies. And they want to issue NFTs or security tokens, or want to become exchanges or something like that. And mostly they wanna they wanna make new products and ask us. They come to ask. They come to us for asking whether their new products are okay under the regulation, and if not, whether there is any way to amend the product and to fit the current regulation. And also they ask us to draft agreement or terms and conditions or something like that. So we are helping Web3 industries and assist any legal matter related to Web3.
Okay, and what you're saying is that there's quite a lot of foreign companies also that
Yes.
come to you and ask for your assistance. Is that typically companies that want to move to Japan in order to make something, some projects, or to establish a company and do activities within the Web3, or how is that?
I think they wanna sell their products to Japanese market, and if necessary they establish. If it's better, they establish Japanese companies, Japanese subsidiaries. But even without Japanese subsidiaries, they wanna enter into Japanese market, and some foreign companies don't care about Japanese regulations when they sell products, but some serious companies wanna obey Japanese regulations, and yeah, if they obey Japanese regulations, they can cooperate with Japanese big companies or something like that, and they can advertise their products more easily. So they come to us and ask us whether their products are legal in Japan, and whether there is any way to make their products legal under the Japanese law.
Yeah. Is it possible for a foreign company to come to Japan and make an STO in Japan, to start the STO in Japan?
Yes, it's possible.
If we try to look perhaps three years into the future, how would you expect the further development to be in Japan? And you say that within the security token, there's been a steady development. Do you expect that to continue? And
yes.
Do you expect it to reach a kind of critical point and then accelerate even further, or how do you think that will play out?
Currently, there is no secondary market of security tokens, but a big security company named SBI and other companies are trying to set up a company which which treats security tokens as a secondary market. It's a kind of security token exchanges. So if security token exchange opens, I think maybe it will open next year. If it opens, it's one of the critical point. So more issuers and more investors come into a security token world, and more issuers will come to security token world.
That is certainly interesting. So let's see what will happen. So thank you so much for participating in this interview today, and thank you also to the viewers of this episode of the Token Reg Radar interview brought to you by the Tokenizer. As always, we'll be back soon with yet another episode and with yet another exciting legal expert as guest. Meanwhile, please visit the Tokenizer and check out the Token Reg Radar on regradar.thetokenizer.io. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.